This show has been made possible with the continued support of the Intertop's affiliate program with over 20 years online.
You know, 5-10 years ago when I was doing this show, I'd have been on top of that sucker rather than sitting on it, and I would have jumped off to introduce the show. Those days are well in the past, my friends. I love having all you gorgeous iGaming people tune in to watch every week, but how strange is it that the least gorgeous among us is the one in front of the camera, eh? No matter, you're stuck with my ugly ass at this point. This is our third show of the year, and for those of you expecting some big, amazing turnaround from last year to this year, well, you must be feeling pretty stupid about now. But hey, no matter, it's only January. There are still plenty of months left in this year to turn things around. But it's not gonna start with this week's show. We know that the review of the 2005 UK Gambling Act is underway, with a deadline at the end of March to have everything completed. Everybody in Britain who is a part of this business knows that everything they do and say is under scrutiny right now. To that end, you may recall that the Betting and Gaming Council recently warned that over-regulation runs the risk of pushing players in the UK to offshore unlicensed operators. Over-regulation that would be on top of the credit card ban, advertising restrictions, max stake limits, and such. Now, the UK Gambling Commission says that the whole unlicensed black market thing, that's a threat. Yeah, that's exaggerated. Well, of course they are going to say that. They know it's the operators who made that claim. And they know that the politicians are going to be watching as things unfold. Politicians involved in the review of the Gambling Act, politicians who have already questioned the usefulness of the commission and may want to break them up. Now, my friends, the people at the UKGC, they're not stupid. They see the writing on the wall, and they know that at some point they will most likely get bent over. So perhaps it's better to bend over now, you know, and kiss that ring. Mwah. Rather than, you know, getting bent over later and from a different angle. Welcome back. A couple of weeks ago, I told you that MGM Resorts had made a play for Entain, the lion thieving bastards formerly known as GVC Holdings. MGM offered them $11 billion, a premium of over 20% on their stock price, but Entain rejected that offer as inadequate. So I guess greed just goes with lying and thieving. Now, MGM had until February 1st to make another offer, but while they were waiting, Entain went out and tried to buy InLabs for £250 million. And In an ironic twist, InLabs rejected Entain's offer as, you guessed it, inadequate. Well, there's a kick in the nuts, and it couldn't happen to a nicer bunch of people. And don't look now, but MGM just dropped their $11 billion offer for Entain. Personally, I think MGM can do better. After all, Caesars paid less than $4 billion for William Hill. Now consider that Entain's CEO just bolted after only 7 months, and things just ain't going their way these days. And just to put a bow on this show and call it good, right before I came out to film, I read that the UK's gambling business group is also warning that the new provisions to protect players, namely deposit limits, also risk sending those players to unregulated offshore markets, going so far as to call the deposit limits prohibition by another name. I am certain that the UK Gambling Commission will disagree with that sentiment. And there, all done, pretty as a picture. Can't wait to see what next week brings, but we'll have to. And I'll be here, God willing. Politicians who have questioned the usefulness, the commission of one damn word, and I mess it all up. It's typical.